Hey guys, I'm back with another Biff Bang Pow figure review, and this is of the last of the Pow Scaroth, who was played very well by Julian Glover in The City of Death. And just in case you don't know who Julian Glover is, kind of living under a rock, you know. If you haven't seen Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. But moving on, the figure is here, and it's very nice actually. This is one of my favourite villains. Probably, well, actually, I only have 3 villains. It's my 3rd favourite, which makes it sound crap considering I have 3. But the other 2 are really good. Moving on to packaging, same as Leela's. So if you want a better look at that, have a look at that. Same old, same old. This is from Series 4, which consisted of Scaroth and Morbius. So from Series 3 and 4, the only figures I need are Sutek from the Pyramids of Mars and Morbius from the Brain of Morbius. And I would have got the whole of Series 3 and 4, and then I will just need to pick up the Cyber Leader, and I would have gotten all the figures because I don't count K9 as a figure. Why they split their series into 2 figures each, I don't know. But here is the figure. It doesn't look very good. Actually, it looks nice, it's just the light isn't really getting to it. It's nice, and I will move on to his accessory, which is a bit of disappointment. It is a revolver style Magnum. If you've watched the original 66 series of Spider-Man, you'll recognise these. You'll think, oh yeah, NYPD shot at him quite a lot of times with these. He was constantly being framed by JJ. It's disappointing. It's a nice sculpt and everything, like the spinning barrel, whatever you want to call it, the trigger, the fact that there's no bloody hammer, that's it. But he didn't have a revolver, he had a Luger. I'm pretty sure it was a Luger anyway. I only know the name because of Mice and Men. If you've read the book, you'll know why. He holds it not very well. It's just like kind of slapdash, similar to the Command Style figure, except his was more square shaped, so it fit in his hand a bit better. But when you get it right and you leave it, problem solved. Moving on to the figure, he has one of those nice squashy heads, and if you squash in his eye, actually, it looks kind of creepy. You know, the way his head just reforms and then his eye comes out at the very end. It looks very awesome. The head sculpt is fantastic. It looks just like Scaroth, and the light has gone again. It has nicely detailed, it's a mask that he wore. It was a very nicely done plastic with a dark green and a black wash coming through all of his you know, little bits. It looks awesome. His eye could have been a bit more centered, but it's not a big deal. I love the head sculpt overall with his like little, I don't know what you want to call these things here, but they are made of a hard plastic, whereas this is a, you know, squidgy one. And his costume is very nice actually. To my knowledge, when he was, well, Julian Glover played that, I can't remember what his name was. He didn't have his suit buttoned up, it was a kind of open look like that. But I can't have the figure like that, so I just opted to have him like this. And I'll just show you his suit quickly. He has his nice handkerchief there, sewn on, so it looks like it's coming out of a pocket, which is nice. His black shirts, and this is his white waistcoat, I'll get onto that in a second. His blue cravat looks very nice. The material is similar, or the same material as the handkerchief, which also looks nice. They've sewn in some pockets, and he has buttons which are glued on, so I'd be careful, try not to play with it, they might come off. And you know, but while I was reviewing my Leela figure, I had this figure on the side, and I lay it down. It was a stupid idea. Don't lay your figures down when they wear white clothes. I really don't know what I was thinking. And he's got some bits all over him, but they'll come off. Just hoover him up later. When you open this, and I was joking by the hoover, just by the way. He has Velcro, which if you line it up properly, his suit comes down a bit too long, so you have to have it up a bit, like that. You can see his nicely detailed collar, and they've had this so it's sewn to the jacket so he doesn't look all chubby on the inside with separate layers of clothing and stuff, which is a very nice idea. And they have got the buttons, and I've never actually undone this, so this is a first. That is how far his cravat goes. It's essentially like what cowboys would have, and he has your typical button thing which Tom also had on his trousers. Oh god, I'll just do his clothes up again. Just thought I saw someone knock on the door. Oh, heard, sorry. His legs are essentially exactly the same. They have this nice, almost corduroy-like style to them. You know that nice pattern. I like that. I can't remember whether the suit was actually like that, but I like how it's even on the collars and everything. It's beautifully done. His shoes are a very crafty reuse of Tom's shoes. He doesn't have socks on underneath. If I had spare socks, I would definitely put them on him. Because, you know, when I get figures where you can see that they don't have socks, it bugs me, so I would like to find socks for him. But, tell you one thing, he's not having Tom's socks. Same old articulation, you know, swivel head, oh god, his arms come out of his joint. There you go, I clicked it back and you might have heard that. So I wouldn't recommend taking it past that. They come that far, they go that back, bend there, swivel at the wrist, which is quite a bit tight actually. I might have not moved it that much. And he's got a nice hinge, and that ball joint, which I really like because it doubles as a waist joint, and it's just as a whole a very nice looking ball joint really. Just sorting out his cravat a bit. He's got the same nice leg movement as always, with articulation in the foot. And you can swivel his thigh at the top so you can have him standing with his feet kind of facing outwards, which is pretty cool. And if you just bear with me off camera, I just want to sort out his suit a bit. There we go. There we go, that's that. This is the last of my Biff Bang Pow Doctor Who figures actually. I have yet to get Sutek, Morbius, and the Cyber Leader. Whether I mentioned that earlier in the video, I honestly can't remember. So I'd love to pick them up. So far, the only place I can really think of getting the Cyber Leader is Entertainment Earth. But the problem with that is he comes with Master Figure, and I have 2 of them already. I'm not in the mood for getting another one. So I'm just going to have to have a quick scour on eBay, see if I can pick him up or whatever. And Morbius and Sutek are in my log for Planet. I can get them like that. Same with the K9, they have the cardboard cutout reject of a TARDIS, but I wouldn't pay for that because it's pathetic. As you can see, it's a brilliant figure. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's got everything you need really. What else would you want to give with it? It's a Jagroth figure. It's a Scaroth figure. It looks very nice. It's got nice articulation, detail, and fits in nicely with others. Although he does seem a bit short. And if I just reach off camera, I do have Leela. She's standing up straight now. She does look like she towers over him. So yeah. And I just shot 2 reviews before this one, the Master and Leela, and I completely forgot to mention Biff Bang Pow aren't making the Doctor Who figures anymore. They don't have the license, it wasn't renewed. And that is a shame really. I was going to start buying them instead of Character Options figures because, you know, they just started to bore me because they were the same things over and over again, and this was a new fresh breath of air. But when I think about it, Biff Bang Pow, every figure they made, character had already made really, so it was just buying 2 sets of figures in different scales and different styles really. So if you're more one for detail, you'd go for the character ones, but if you're like me and you just like something different, especially when they're as cool as these, well then yeah, go for them. They're nice display pieces. I don't play with my toys, so they do perfectly for me. It is a shame though. I'd like to see them release different 4th Doctors. Maybe the 2 Romanas, Mary Tom was her name, or Taam, I can't pronounce her second name, and Layla Ward. Or was it Lala? I'll just call her Layla. and of course a lovely Sarah Jane, but you won't get them now. Hopefully I'm planning on picking up one of those Genesis the Daleks style Daleks from Forbidden Planet when they ever get them in stock, because I've seen them available on Entertainment Earth, and I'm hoping Forbidden Planet gets some of them in, really. Yeah, I've rambled on extra that I didn't really have to. I love the figure. God, I can't remember whether I even gave it a rating. A quick rating, I'd give it an 8.5. I might have said something different earlier. I'm not going to watch the review over. But an 8.5 I think is fair, because, well, it doesn't have that many problems, but there were some things that could make it better. Like a display stand. I'd love if they all came with display stands, to be honest. It'd just be a very awesome little thing. Display stands with these figures. But, you know, I've rambled on enough. I hope you enjoyed my review. Be sure to rate, comment and subscribe. And I would also like to thank my 45 subscribers I think I have now. I'm nearly at 50. I'm actually really happy about that. Thank you. Be sure to spread my channel, and yeah, just stick around for more reviews in the future. Thanks guys. Take care.